Reporters are pushing back on the White House claims that Bidenomics have been popular. Watch this.
The president's economic policies are incredibly popular.
According to our last poll, 54 to 36% say Donald Trump did a better job handling the economy when he was president than Biden has done so far.
When we came into office, after 4 years of Donald Trump, unemployment was over 6%. And today we are standing here at a time where unemployment is at historic lows. Our economy has recovered faster than any major economy in the entire world.
I do not know what recently happened. However, I'm very appreciative that our reporters are finally asking important questions and not just being megaphones of the White House narrative. It is clear our economy sucks. Whether Trump made it better or not is honestly unimportant. It is bad now, and they're actively trying to lie to us. Welcome back to Radically Rational Radio. In this episode, we've got Representative Byron Donalds, one of my favorite Freedom Caucus members. The wall is breaking down. The cracks are getting bigger. Democrats and independents across the country, they're realizing that the Democratic Party is entirely okay lying to them, giving them false promises, and hiding whenever they fail. This has been one of the greatest opportunities in America to pull back the federal government. The Democratic Party has really stepped over the line, shown their hand, and I think the American people are going to monopolize and take their country back. Freedom Caucus, Byron Donalds, has some great points. Let's jump into it.
Great to see you, Congressman. They have a short memory, don't they, at the Biden administration? Donald Trump's economy prior to COVID was at a 50-year high. It was really humming along. My question to you is Biden's economy working for voters?
As I watched some of this presser, it was ridiculous. They don't really know what good economics are over at the White House, except, of course, if you're taking money from Burisma, then that works out for you. But, I digress. I'm going to leave that for another day. Listen. Everybody's incomes have fallen when you adjust for inflation in the Biden economy. Under the Trump economy, black voters were earning more money, building more wealth. The American dream was tangible for so many Americans. In this economy here, we are stagnating very, very fast. Interest rates are higher. Banks have serious concerns. Our energy system is actually becoming more dependent on foreign sources. I mean, we can go down the list. Labor participation rate is lower than it should be. If he just sat in the Oval Office and did nothing, our economy would have rebounded significantly faster than it did without this crippling inflation, which has hurt everybody. That is the Biden economic record, which is a record of disaster, which is why voters almost 2-1 want Donald Trump back, because he actually knows how to run the economy in a successful way for all Americans.
All right, let's change topics. Attorney General Merrick Garland is going to testify in front of the House Judiciary Committee in September, but you say Garland does not have clean hands because of his role in the Hunter Biden investigation. What do you mean by that?
By a number of things. We now have sworn testimony from the supervisory agent at the IRS that David Weiss, who was the U.S. attorney in Delaware looking into Hunter Biden, that he did not have the ability to bring charges in several jurisdictions, that David Weiss wanted to be a special prosecutor so that he could be free from the clutches of Merrick Garland and the Department of Justice, and he was told no by Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland, meanwhile, says very glibly in a highly legal statement that basically David Weiss had full control and autonomy to do whatever he wanted. Well, somebody's lying, and it appears to me that that's Merrick Garland. And the reason why that does not shock me is because this is the same attorney general who tried to have parents become domestic terrorists because they cared about what was going on in their kids' classrooms. This is the same attorney general that prosecuted a father trying to protect his son who were actually protesting peacefully in front of an abortion clinic, and he went after that father. So in my view, Merrick Garland doesn't have clean hands. In my view, with respect to these matters around Hunter Biden, this is obstruction of justice, and we're going to continue to do these investigations. So when he comes to judiciary on September 2nd, I'm in the oversight committee, I'm in the hearing room next door. I'm going to be paying attention to what Merrick Garland says, but more importantly, what he does not say and what he tries to weasel his way out of.
You covered a lot of ground. Congressman, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. We really do appreciate it.
Our president, the Democratic Party, the DOJ, and the FBI cannot keep this going. Too many people are noticing. The mainstream news is failing which means that Democrats are no longer watching it. They may be watching no news, they may just be getting news from an alternative site, but our federal government no longer has the news. Simple fact is, for at least the past 15 to 25 years, news organizations became propaganda mills. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just a side effect of trying to be successful and allowing government to interact in business. If we remove the government from business, this will happen way less often, and we'll actually get meritocracy. And we've got to remember representatives like Byron Johnson, the Freedom Caucus. This is how we're accomplishing these goals. This is not the Republican Party doing this. This is a small incel of libertarians and caps and real conservatives and patriots that know money is the way. Going through the purse strings will solve the problem. No one in there can change it through policy. There's too much money. Congress and Senate can solve this problem. If you've not gone to the Freedom Caucus's website yet, the link will be in the description. You can find your representatives and you can make a donation. Because of this economy, if you don't have enough money to donate, this is the time to vote. Find your local representative. Find out if there are representatives interested in the Freedom Caucus. And vote for them and get someone else to vote for them. If you're an ANCAP libertarian or you've figured out the game well enough to have an excess of income, donate. This is the best place to put your money. You know that you're actually investing in a successful American future. I hope you learned something. I'm Tristan with Radically Rational Radio. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay resilient.